there's just a lot of misconceptions I had with how enterprises would want to interact with talent that are just not true anymore. I mean, the world is way too intertwined. Even with all the stuff that's going on today, we still have a huge impact of globalism and internationalism. I mean, everything is hyper connected. So it's just very difficult for an enterprise to wrap their brain around the idea that there's a difference. And I actually personally don't think there is much of a difference. I just think that that the enterprises wanted that, but I don't. Now I know that that's not what they want. They don't actually care. So.
Gotcha. That makes perfect sense. And that limiting belief that a lot of people may or may not have, and now it's totally basically disintegrated. Now let's talk a little bit about hiring and firing, because I think this is very important. BDRs, just from my experience, I know that I hire them very quickly, because at the end of the day, BDRs, it's really a matter of the results, right? You could tell me about, ABC, what you've been, what you've done, whatever. It's a different job requirement. And a lot of times I have like a 2-week kind of period, and I realize, okay, are they able to produce and perform? If not, then I can basically fire them very quickly, because I can figure that out very quickly within a 2-week period. I'm just curious, with your strategy and with the people that you have a better network than I do regarding BDRs. So you probably have higher quality performers, BDRs individuals. But what does that process look like?
For hiring and firing them?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So we got our metrics. Luckily, I mean, this is partly why we spent the last year shifting from, because what happened was we grew a lot through our lead gen process, and then people started asking us, can you do what you did for yourselves for us? And then we did, and we sort of started to scale that up, and we started to spend the last year really focusing on doing our own process for other people. Now, when we were going through that process, we realized that there were some metrics, even though we were doing stuff really well, there are some metrics that actually matter way more than others. The key metric I've seen across all enterprises we work with is for any setter, anybody who's booking appointments, they have to book 1 to 1.5 meetings per day. That is like the golden number. Like everybody I've worked with has that quota, 1 to 1.5 meetings per day. So you're booking 20 to 30 meetings a month, basically, right? And here's the thing, it is actually way higher than I used to have it. Because when I had it, I had like maybe one BDR who would come pretty close to that, but I had a team of like 4 or 5. And what I've realized now is it's actually way better. It's like here's the thing that people don't really talk about, I wish I had known earlier. Where you make millions of dollars in profit from a services-based agency is, and this sounds really commonsensical, but it's when you figure out how to do the exact same thing, but with 30% less people or 40% less people. That's when you start making a ton of money.